Good morning, Patriots. It's Tuesday, April 9th, and we're back. I'm Savannah, and here's what's happening at ATown today. The Albemarle County Public Schools Spring Art Show is happening now. The best works of art from students all over Albemarle County are on display in various locations around the county. Art from the northern feeder pattern schools, including AHS, will be shown at the Northside Public Library during the library's regular hours. You can also see work from the southern ACPS schools at the Bridge Progressive Arts Initiative downtown, or from the Western Feeder schools at the Crozet Library. ATown's got talent. Yes, it does. Don't forget about the AHS Talent Show this Friday in the auditorium at 6 p.m. The event is co-sponsored by Tri-M and the Thespian Honor Society. Admission is free and concessions will be available in the lobby. Come out and see your talented classmates and maybe even a few teachers. ATown Today correspondents Andrew Smith, Enrique Rodriguez, and Ian Riddle have been following the development of the new Lambs Lane campus project. Here's their second installment of their investigative report.
Can you give us a bit of like a summary of what the Lambs Lane master plan is?
That's a really good question, and I think that is a confusion that happens a lot. Is when you think floor plan, you think that building's already designed and that's going to happen. When you think master plan, you think, well, that is the plan and it's going to happen. A master plan is a little different in that it is simply a set of recommendations. The whole goal is for the students of Albemarle High School to be able to have all of their facilities within this loop road so that they're not crossing roads. It's so that everything that we're doing, it's almost like the sports complex at colleges and things like that, where you try to keep all your fields close together. You can share pathways and ticket offices and those types of things, and keep your green spaces all together, and then have your loop road around with parking around that, and then your satellite buildings around that. So it's really about having that idea and that feel of a central campus and a campus community. And it also allows all your sports to kind of be on a level playing field so that nobody has to go across the road and down the hill and to be able to get to their athletic facility. They can use the same locker rooms a lot of times. It just tries to create a campus feeling as opposed to just a bunch of disjointed spaces.
Well, what I know is that when, money's always tight, right? And so anytime you try to improve something, it's hard to take that initiative on yourself. So if we said, hey, we want to improve our baseball, softball fields, right? Softball is all the way behind Journey, baseball's right here. We'd love them to be, so say we wanted to move them across the street or whatever. I mean, that's a six-figure at least endeavor, right? To do all that work because it's not cheap. The county's not going to just pay six figures for something like that on its own, right? And it's kind of hard to do a fundraiser, like we're going to sell lollipops at lunch to, raise that kind of money. It's just not feasible. So while I think people think, oh, it's like tradition, it's been there behind the stadium, like it's a nice field, that kind of stuff. The only thing I always think of is if you can improve your facility by virtue of like a bigger plan. So if Land Plane's going to come in and potentially go through that baseball field behind the Boys and Girls Club, then it's not necessarily a bad thing if you could get the baseball and softball complex together and make them state-of-the-art, make them ones that like you're really proud of in terms of if anybody came to visit, like it's just like an awesome complex that you would have for your teams. So I think in that vein, I think it would be, a great addition to modification to what our existing infrastructure.
In sports news, Last night, the girls' soccer team hosted Goochland and destroyed them 6-0. Brielle Probst and Sam Fisher each scored a pair of goals. Sarah Tinder and Natalie Wolf also scored for the Patriots, who remain undefeated on the season. Fiona Henry and Hadley Hughes shared goalkeeping duties and earned the combined shutout. Boys soccer went on the road to beat Goochland by a 3-0 score. Jacob Brazzi, Devin Kriebel, and Adrian Park found the net for AHS, and Joe Stein collected another clean sheet. Tonight, girls tennis and girls lacrosse will play at home against Goochland. Tennis starts up at 5:30 and lacrosse takes the field at 7. Everybody else is traveling to Goochland tonight. That's all for today. We'll see you next time on ATown Today.